What is going on, guys? Babyface McGee here. It's freshly shaven. Still got some cut marks. Decided to shave the beard off. It was getting a bit itchy. First time I've filmed in probably 2-3 weeks. I had a bit of a surgery. It's just a minor one. Still recovering from it. Had it about 2 weeks ago now. The last couple of videos had saved up so I could continue releasing a video each week. Just the way that YouTube's algorithm works is that it sort of rewards you for being consistent, even just uploading once a week. Since I've been out and recovering, some stuff has been going on in the background, quite a few things actually. As you guys know, the car was at JB Fabrication with Robbie and Jason. Quite a bit of work has been done. So we'll start off with the intercooler piping. Got a new set that sort of starts here, that connects to the J-pipe, and it just comes around here, comes across the radiator and then comes down. But obviously since we've gone top mount, it would interfere with the turbo. So what he's done is he's just made it so it sort of snakes around here, comes down. And the original piping also comes down around here and it goes into the intercooler down here. But we wanted to shorten the piping to get a bit more response and just sort of simplify it so there's less piping. So we flipped the intercooler and yeah, comes in on the side here. He's welded these elbows onto each side so we can eliminate some couplers. The least amount that you can have, it's better. Obviously less chance of boost leaks and things to go wrong. Also, it's in pretty accessible areas in the engine bay in case something does go wrong. Also, added a front bash bar. It's just something real simple. It just bolts on here. It's missing the bolt there, but we'll be taking this off and painting it so it doesn't rust. But also, you guys saw us cut the radiator support here, and we were gonna sort of jig something up so it would so we could connect the radiator into it. But the radiator would go back to about that mark there because it was sort of cut out. But where it was sitting there meant that we couldn't get really any fans there. It was too close to the engine. So what we've done, leaned it forward, and Robbie's just made this bracket here that ties it into the intercooler. It's real sturdy. It's got mounts down below there for the intercooler and obviously the radiator. But it being forward like this just means that we can get a fan shroud on here, chuck some big fans in it to keep this thing cool. It is only a 20 det making probably barely 200 horsepower, so it doesn't really get too hot, but yeah, should be good. Not running an oil cooler or anything, don't really need to, should be fine. The thing finally has windows again, windscreen, side windows, back window. I'm gonna be taking this sun strip off at some point and getting a new one that's probably like half it. It's pretty big at the moment, it's pretty unnecessary. Obviously, last video you guys saw the cage got painted. It's looking really awesome. Super happy with how it came out. Another thing that Robbie's done is he's welded up the cross member for the gearbox. It's currently just held with a strap at the moment. So I've got to chuck that in at some point. Actually ended up getting a new alloy intercooler piping kit because all the piping that I had, it wasn't actually all alloy. So got some new piping and got a fuckload of couplers and clamps and stuff left over, so might transfer those over to that when I go to put the motor in it, because all the couplers and stuff that I've got for that, they're all old and shitty. The workshop is an absolute tip right now. The Safiro is going to get moved. I'm rearranging this whole shop. I'm going to clean it up. So yeah, as you can see, there's wheels and jack stands and there's a half cage there for a Silvia. Yeah, shit's just everywhere. It's unorganized. And bit of an update, Mesa's Skyline is now gone. Well, he's still got it, he's taken it, and he's put his truck here. So this is a Suzuki 410, and that's just a little river hack, off-road hack. Goes pretty good, hasn't run in ages, needs quite a bit of work, but yeah, this is here now. It's actually good because this takes up like fuck all space compared to the Skyline. It's real short. As you can see, it's very narrow. It's not wide at all, so that's real good. Shit everywhere. Down here. So yeah, this place needs a big cleanup. I'm probably gonna look at doing that maybe later this week or the weekend, just depending on how I'm feeling. Still, like I said, still recovering from the surgery. But what I'm thinking of doing is I'm probably gonna grab these shelves and move them up front there. And then gonna get my dad to build some workbenches all along this wall here. and then what we'll do is we'll shift the back end over a little bit. Obviously we can move the car over because these won't be here, so they can go over a bit. And then we're going to roll the Safiro back, and it's just going to sit there. So both that and the Safiro are just going to be side by side there, which is going to leave all of this front area here to be able to work on anything. We don't have to push any cars out the way if we want to do burnouts or anything either. Just chuck a board across it, it's going to be good. Also might finally get around to painting the rest of the workshop. Definitely made a big difference when we painted obviously all these walls along the back, and just the way that light reflects off it definitely makes it a lot brighter, so it'll be good to get the rest of it painted. So sorry for all the talking and shit. I guess this video is just a bit more of an update. I mean, you guys think it's been consistent because I consistently upload videos, but I haven't filmed anything. I haven't even been here really in the last couple of weeks, so sort of figuring out what exactly I've got to do next. I'm not going to make that drift school in September. When I signed up for that, I didn't know about the surgery, so that sucks, but can't really go back to work and then ask for another day off as well, so there's that. But I think I'm going to take a little bit different approach to things probably for the rest of the year. Up until a couple of weeks ago, I was very now, just rushing, trying to get everything done, getting ahead of myself a bit. So I'm going to take a step back, still obviously do as much as I can, but yeah, I'm just not going to worry about things as much and stress myself out. This shit's supposed to be fun, so yeah. Silvia's still definitely going to be done before summer, and then the plan is still to get the Safiro certed and legal, probably going to get pushed back again. But this thing originally was supposed to be done like March of last year, so yeah, it'll get done eventually. Obviously the 25 box is sitting over there ready to go in it. I'll wrap the video here. It's probably going to be a bit of a short one, but like I said, this is more of just an update video, and also so I can still upload something. As I said just before, the way that YouTube's algorithm works is it rewards you for consistently uploading. So a video for this week. Next week's one should be getting back into working on this thing, and yeah, tidying up the workshop. But cheers for all the support, guys, and yeah, catch you next one. Alright, so a bit of bonus footage. Forgot to take this with me and open it up, but I had the loom down in Dunedin with Aaron, the guy that brought the car off. He did all the wiring that's already in it, and this is a RB20 loom that's been modified to work with the wiring that's in it. So I sent it to him so he knows all the plugs that needed to be changed. Made it easy because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with wiring. But yeah, first time I'm opening it, haven't seen it yet, so yeah. So I know he took a lot of wires and stuff out. I think he took a couple of plugs out, and off the bat I can see that these two plugs are new. So all these plugs here go in the engine bay. They're all for the engine, and then this comes into the cabin. That's obviously the ECU plug, and these two plugs that are also in the cabin are new. These two are going to plug up to the ones that are already in the car. And yeah, pretty sure there's a few other plugs that have been taken off this as well, but yeah. Shout out to Aaron for that. He's starting up his own auto electric thing. I'll chuck a link in the description below, but yeah. Closer up look, he went through, took all the old electrical tape off and wrapped it in all new tape, so it's looking nice and ready to go back in the car.